Mamicha a tearful, and Yaman. When this woman to me stop galamsey.
And this to me stop galamsey.
There is no way woman said to me by Nasum so, Omba Besco, the Akufadum. And Ghana a problem in a cycle car. MPP near this woman bomb and say, oh, but woman was a Ghana photo door now. Uka be a woman tea than MPP and DC. It's a toy because you see a guy Kasa baby because anybody come out, they are not ready to listen. Ghana for ready. They only lament more fast. So Shagan and Nini, Babuno Cacho say, Nemoche and Tremco. And Fabi Biaman or Becca Cho say, MPP and DC. How man, a drop at one, a Becana out to be no so, Omumwache, never go and DC, never go and MPP call. Etimen few bia because Ghana Mabunana Adom 106.3 sell mine. Eti galamse enya dia dwamama ebetimi asia no na asia no kira wahwebo. Oh masa me so ebra wo born to me kai say when the NDC was in opposition there were series of demonstrations na galamse edi mu akotene pa. Etafe dia na yehuni. Yehuni say Mama yamfasa galamse ni nya campaign because woman will say enyansa fodo do na wo Ghana no eni nye galamse na ekoso no eti evanya campaign na woman enya sympathy mai by ye ba power the MPP for enya free galamse mbia no yeso e ba benya ye de e dey score almost score points keke obi aga cho best stop galamse is a lie enya no kreda jomama komam or amaso be stop galamse now say untie nkasa and we will find a way of doing the better mining one better mining there
according to report team one monitoring ekwa survey the areas akohunu the impact of galamse one kwa party executives and a team about party executives
media Erasmus ebi kura tuo
yes
the Democratic Republic of Congo sa 7-1 na kokoso no minerals hu Ghana enche kura senkrofo no enya sophisticated
weapons
no
yeah
enche asoja phone to me stop I am tell you ni na brofo na chechiri o so say China phone go an kobrem me ba say mo ka say China phone go an kobrem o mu sensuo
yeah
ne di mama wonim onya ho hwe o ma dwi nyina nse so ba be pie gold Ghana be bo aye NDC mfa ho but I can tell you say to so NDC muntu galamse ni ye pa woni muntu for the next 4 years more power ko galamse elipa ye hwe galamse ho na to aba no o ma do so pa and your campaign aye many Erasmus your friend say Erastus yani ni pa galamse yehu mu ama ne pa me ne sa journalism o kai Ashanti region because ka galamse won so
yeah
o the tax e tuo e ba se me kuma
tia ye twen wabo so
e vunyina sori tia me sa time na me de sa red flag no buy no sempen fo tie me ya ana no wo mu interest se wo mo sell man akwa akabana ka galamse about of the past me surface mining no man ya bubu siasa musumu sia ya mining e boa o mine afred environment kwa ya banchifuo ne bodyfuo no mo se no wo mu ni technology bia papa ana de se no tibi de ukọ da Colorado Denver Newmont sika wo de ahwe free Ghana kokro mo no enye sika ketwa ko af Kenya skowe ko te chire kowe o mba no de kakra ba de mpanimfo no no masisa godo okro nyina akọ we are still in the colonial era sir a Chinese voting battle say so we krom aided by any crofo say mo mesa o man na munyi gold nkom krom e dey scan kwa e mama mi so ontimi nya wonre
no but
dey ontimi nya wonre ni say was say gold nkwa ni the only major exporter aka man we
no kre
on na ka wa bra na tourism kwa no si jansa ase to ne eco tourism sika ebenya no enye bi ne gold sika eko na ko Gambia omutime the full flight about tourism e Gambia yakasi yenya koto environment na be ma iskana ye betim dia tourism no yakasi eja gold no etuo na ya water bodies na ya ne kama my brother Japan fish ba ko bi wo wa omoton $300,000 one fish edi ya river na ya say no se kwanya sa a species bi na di begum se ya export gold be na chewe and we are fighting nature. Hey, your mama, my di when you go for mommy fighting nature. Nature will fight us back. No matter the more you know. Hey, nature be hagana say. E bedroom be na nsuo kure nya bi no. Enche ye nya nsuo no. Because you open for timo tene. Omo dwene de ne ya umbenya ho. They don't think about the future. Media surface mining. Ye nya technology a e be kire say 1 acre ye two ebenya gold dudu say na afrim ye betima land reclamation ye betima ya adua commercial trees and resuscitate the lost glory of the land no sika bia no befrim aba me obi ka chem say galamsey be boa metias.
Okay, well for me pese be hwe the approach our person aban a fight galamsey ana illegal mining, but walker fish asem ye I just quickly checked and it's true.
Yeah,
and namo ne boy den pa Asian arowana, also known as the dragon fish. This fish can cost between $10,000 and $400,000.
Yes, one fish. No sure that my fish no woman.
And yes, any. Offer, what should be the approach?
The approach is total ban of all forms of surface mining. Now be also all license no. Over the time na nyan kwa chi enkwaya mining auditing. Me person bia wa yes surface mining bia including the multinationals. What we have flout to the loss. I can say with confidence say new month to one yo omani empel for na compromise and we must say yensuo ne acquire with the impunity. Eti abaya dog Ghana no. Ba bia ya grey obi anyai. Afewa wo enkrata papa no. Fabra na enkrata no dwumadi enkrata ne ka se kodi no. Fire ko wachi ni akwa aduma wa ye say a conform with license no de ma no specifications e wom any de also ye no say a conform then you continue and conform you be seize your license no yes I prosecute you. A friend of shoot to kill no say ye serious nation ye the band bar ye first serious shoot to kill nemra now am I kwan me enko obi a wo ye surface mine bi achi because it be ma asase se kwa so adwuma na nkwa ye de open now na wani meka nchem say ya ma me license ya ma me permit ti be me ye legal mine wa bra on the surface site one we a different thing. Me so be all license be I challenge them. So we a different thing. They are not going by the rules and the regulations of the license. It was say money auditing. Now you focus on land reclamation. Say commercial trees and also your farm Bruno woman ya bade or ya employ woman no ya zone ema woman ya land reclamation. Na say nyinara yen reclaim na fe nya kwa nwia e betima mai skada achi te say odum wa mahogany no ene sa no ma no ensase no so na jana ne sumra bola yenya ba bi mfa no yemfa bi nkoko nyenyi yemfa rake enyi plastics in frame na empron cancer ase no na emwaye se be ya betimi a resuscitate the nutrients in the soil. Na ema kwama yenua enema wo so na yensuo ndie technology wo a ira lanchamatin say ebetimi de atinsuo ni nyina ni. These are the two major areas about serious nani abepese oboan chirima daache obe focus on. Now we young go back to underground mining now mobile form cooperative now much concession underground you do it and then you have your gold underground. That is the only way now. South Africa for ye bio one way ye bio ye kwa ye bia anya ye etiatu mfia ntutu kuro bia Australia ye bia anya ye ye de ne yansa asesei and emre ene niam bebrebe awudura ye de ko nsase so ye pesticide ne weedicides ni na ese ye niam bebrebe. We should sit as a nation now for you take stock of what is going on. You the best approach to it. Madam say NDC and people musa na mo empanifo na etuo wo mo say dachi and okoka yeso dike kwotena radio so a no obo empanifo achi hey now what best say nto abamana be take care of the environment and everything, economy and infrastructure ni bibia wo ba ya fe na obeto ahye environment so na wo say no a edimanka edimina NDC and MP o ma bo mutim po say ye kosoba fo mo mbese nsuo ne kwaye na ka de mo penu manya
o ka say ye me hwe omampani Mahama ne 120 days social contract yeah odi tu dwabra obontoa na o hwe point number 19 or say ban illegal within 120 days, the first 120 days, ban illegal mining and new mining activities in forest reserves, roll out our Tree for Life and Blue Water initiative to heal and sustainably harness the environment by turning areas and water bodies degraded by illegal mining into economic and ecological recovery hubs.
And as I say,
of our
two different things. Je do ma me kan de ndisi fo ye ni sese no
boy bra
edi that is another that eba power but Ghana for that studio machi because to kalam say na this kind of kobo ye be to aba no de twetwa bribe ama electric wo mo be nya enya kwampa no fa so ba vote ye nya o Ghana do na doesn't reflect the verdict of the people. Inducement and kalabule and some basa and Ghana say ya sa trend we edo oyunikes ebebro man.
No, but an pay many errands to say Kasano. This issue of the political party no to me a issue statement to be say as a party or your party executive, regional executive, so national or constituency executive, we are issuing this communique. Say ye chill ana so task force ana say bibi force a chill na okwaka so me executive ana me say ni ade a yem party ni de ye distance ye ho ye twe ye ho afri sa subanu akoda na de no. Can the party do that to prove to show say yes they have the goodwill?
I me say the MPP for ye no MPP chairman o Ashanti region waba NDC onim de na wuntume ye ebiano no so babe constituency executives o munim constituency executives de no me Akufo Addo amamum ebiano mo babe president o munim skana Akufo Addo nya no goldum eno anu babe. I am telling you say galam say entimi ntwa wa NDC ne MPP penso but de me hu ne say enhyehyɛ na multi party democracy no say ya na abofo pese Ghana eye they want to destroy us through our elected leaders. Eya bofun say multi-party democracy group be in Africa also be practice am be to da and the people say omo ye lazy, they don't want us to sit and carve a system e be ye free sa wa hawem etu boy and you may kutia Ghana no MPP ne this cycle ka we ba no ben there almost score points we ba obey bintu so be ye de akọ and that is what is happening. The Doma kai na no on paper. Sorry. It was fine on paper, but at the back of their mind, they knew Sanya no babe. Kwa galam say for investing wom campaign. Eduma wom you need, and they would destroy this country. Umba destroy Ghana pasa ebinka. But I'm about 20 years, we will begin to import water. I'm telling you. Adrian Kwenya bini, and Burkina Faso. Uma say ye kwa ni ye nsa say Adom Nsem. Omo tomatoes ne enema ne yakafo nya omo man biem omo process o ma do ma asi factory na Akufo Addo timi $58 million ekotu man ho o kwa say I am the president such a character when you quite be Ghana so.
Wafa, such a character ne there. Mr. Former president.
Who is our catcher? So the $58 million. Everybody 2 months work about Obama. Obia or dad nipa. Now no kwa for such and come you shelter word benema.
Of the no musuka krama me pacho be that me of akwesi day odike na ye training kano chairman emeritus. Chairman of all chairmen.
Come here now office. Ah, ya tiase. Uso na na be so. Chairman ya wuni be ba Chair office near Mesa. Just never be also training. Yeah, no, so Chair, maybe I'll call him now.
I go your post, ya Lanka, Tuka. I quite chairman office. I quite chairman office. I was waiting, Papa, I quite tedious. Now, what a Tiana, there be a roll cover. Now, Cotory and the berry, I want to make it. Chairman said, and I'm Chama kwama. It's always good to see you. That's right. And wa hokeka some part in, especially at the communication space. Chairman, it's impressive.
Thank you.
That after all these years, some of us we followed you when we were kids. And we followed you. We've done serious party communication at all levels.
That's right.
And we are still here. Even when your party came in power, to be a becado, you know, Mamma, some family CV, some Mamma, some Fan many position, but diligently you've been here serving the party. Right. Chairman, this is a good sign.
Thank you. It's the passion. It's the passion. I love meeting people like you in the mornings to deliberate about. Was I ODK the minion copa and I pay some fine with me cheer when I would say and I pay. It's a privilege, say Mumaya, a Quenya in common, so that I drink a cry one. It beats his mind.
That's right.
Because I don't know that it's more kind 10, 20 and some year king, like you said, ya can't break. Yeah. They be a moment example of it. Mr. Cisia in so Tony Odi. When we say Obiaka. Say Ogana Flody got a moyama, got a moy whatty. With their mind so top. Rabbit last year so turn a bet now in soda Obia. It's a summer been a king.
Yeah, then Cocosechi.
Oh, and it's true because the mindset of the Ghanaian very difficult. The mindset of the Ghanaian. Even when we are driving on the road, you see the mindset of the Ghanaian. Oh, and that is what is killing us. ODKC, Aquajufo.
The academics. They say, any other carvo, your system of government.
Yes,
your mindset, no? We are torn between the mindset of the colonial masters and the tradition.
Exactly.
And yet to me, which way to go.
We are confused.
Thank you.
Yeah, because problems you're confronting with Ghana, no? It started. I'm saying, sir, it started at the time I truncated the rule of Kwame Nkrumah. Because we come back to try independence, the 68 years. And some of us were alive and we saw Kwame Nkrumah. We saw, and maybe at that time we were so young to understand what was happening. But you know, now we share Singapore, we are Malaysia. These are countries, sir. You know, now we share Singapore, you'll be marveled. Just the whole Singapore one stretch. One stretch. That's one city is one stretch. But no matter what, more date if you come to me grass or skyscraper when I grass. And so you see their mindset is different. Well, and then we truncated that because if you go back to history, time of Kwame Nkrumah, we have about 500 to 600 factories in this country, dotted all over. Uko Western region, factory Uko Ashanti region, factory Uko Northern region, factory who call Eastern Batch. No, you dear Cosco. Saturday, Saturday, your name. Saturday, come be for friends.
Exeter.
In your name, Exeter. And a fire is there, but come beef. You did pepper cows now. Yeah, or the cows now, but they read the cow, and we didn't come. Oh, this thing.
Hide, you know. About from a
That's right.
No more be processed.
No, I'm not butter.
National factory.
Na butter. Into over that time now, Ghana was progressing until what happened. You know, since that time, you know, Abayaba, Buzia Oba there will be trying the salary for 2 years in advance. Oba just discussion for 2 years or 3 years. Well, I'm also busy say quiet. Ghana Oba the boat is Oba
the busier monumental project Ben.
Mpensenpensenmu.
I saw rural cottage industries. Here will be. Here who grew around factories in Kwame Nkrumah. Factories were there. All that we need to do, if it's somewhere to the crown bar, continue on what he was doing.
Yeah.
So another government will come. But you better turn in About no see grow a champion there or they say Yendria.
The housing.
That's so much. Yeah, that's right.
All the regions, baby, a champion.
That is where we are now. Now we have acquired the taste. Yeah, out of war. Ghanaian, I'm saying, was once an MP, baby, sir. No, okra letter say, or catch you how to grow rice. Okay, sir, Papa.
No, your kufor, agricultural, as advisor.
That's right. And
about so you soon.
No, okay,
Nigeria for the farm.
She said Nigeria, or my banning the importation of rice.
All right, yes.
Through the effort of that man.
Yes.
He says here, when the perfume rice, in the chest rice, who need be cry. And we spend so much money to import rice. Tomatoes, I mean, we are okay. Burkina Faso. Ufi Ashanti region, who try as a no bro. Burkina Faso is the same like bro, not upper east, upper west assassin. Omundia tomatoes. In the yeah, imported tomatoes.
Navrongo tomatoes. Is you son? Navrongo.
Yeah.
Now say me call Navrongo na buzo sare no mojai. Omo say aban Burkina buy the incentives. E ma Burkina for. E je Burkina for be tomatoes ma wo. Yeso ya ba na emmo wo mo kwan bia so.
That is where we are. Until the mindset of the Ghanaian is changing. Very, very important. And how are you going to change it? You have to go back to the basics. The school structure must change.
Yes.
Tamayeko school, 7 years of education. Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, Form 4, 5, lower 6, upper 6. Until by the time you have... Since you are... Oko, say JSS, no, 2 years. And so more than 5 years for school. And then they move out.
Yeah, time na factories wo. Na you keep in school more.
Yeah.
Eti na amani pa ye chen no out na ke to abi. Eti wo aduma na factories no ehia nipa. Me ba to ase. Eti ama unemployment ama. Yeah, be ma kwan no. Once a school notice board. Na ye dey abebo employment vacation employment. Na let's say companies are more students are. Aduma. Yeah. Etu we student na person ko ye aduma. Now they are come headmaster. Na headmaster e dey come wo mu say the school me nya nipa 5.
That's right.
Opoko na nya 10. Pepe college nya say. Na o ma aye. Du be wo do trank si wa na o kura factory. It was there.
So we have to change the mindset. Saturday we go school. Me Rikoka is from BK. We are there from BK. Bible knowledge. BK, it's Bible no. I miss Bible na ya funny ye line in we are more example the contest question. You have to explain why this verse was said, and it your mind, you know, it tests your mind. What you say, and then among ourselves, you know, there was competition because uko school na odike the first na why we are. Hey, odike onu yon yanko. So open say oni odike yanko. You have to make sure say next class exam no. What benu?
Yeah.
Otherwise your peers will be shame you.
Yes. Yeah.
What you say? You are tomorrow's independence. So these are the kind of things that Yankasa, we have shot ourselves in the foot.
Yeah, perfect.
We've shot ourselves in the foot. Even school uniforms. I'm sure I say Odike school uniform was prempe different, Poko are different. Into Oko Chrome, no could there Sembonea. About say Odike Poko, prempe near we school bus obey one a catch. I can't report to a mouth school. Since Obiashe, what a pink was the green.
That's why I had report to them. Yes, we need punishment.
But chairman, one who say I'm happy you started this conversation because Ochena 68
years, and now we are still doing what we can't grow common tomatoes. Common tomatoes are tomato your backyard. Who the seed within 2-3 days say I shall say common tomatoes at your backyard. Pepper. When we are kids, we grew pepper. Oba efia ya small corner be a garden no so I would say anapa pepper aba wa ko nye tomatoes no dey do ubanku
organic and just say you organic
no me my time I do
Matthias and I'm say not say who take it delight say what produce organic vegetable.
Yeah, that's right. And we do all these things. When him a
backyard garden.
On the back of coconut.
Yeah.
Biti coconut na ye fiber. A bear fiber. Ne da doormat. As kiss no ye cotton doormat. Coconut too. Ye biti sa na ye nwini. That's why welcome. Ne ye cotton. Ye call run. A man for to doormat no. Omudi. This time doormat imported.
But chairman, are you surprised there after 68 years? One other challenge we are dealing with, illegal mining, Galamsey.
When we were there was gold, but there was nothing called Galamsey. It was structured. Those times, the reason why we're having a problem with Galamsey is those communities, the people are unemployed. But if you are gainful, if there were factories, now we call factory. You will not go bother yourself to go and dig the hole, and you see, and that is the problem. That was why Kwame Nkrumah made sure that he dotted all the factories within all. At that time, about 5 or something regions, he dotted development in all the regions. He said, okay, Volta, beef. Nothing, shoe factory, Ashanti region, first Western region, glass factory, sugar factory. When we were kids, no vacation. You buy a sutuari. You were Cape Coast. Me quite the saddle, but we drive all the way from Imbo Shaker. Then we come to Asutuari to come and catch sugar cane. And we love doing it. We are why we can cry, there was patriotism. There was patriotism. Now all these things are not there. All this because we've bastardized our educational system.
And a government architecture.
Yeah.
Governance architecture.
Yeah, we've bastardized.
The model of governance.
Yes, we have bastardized
it.
We have bastardized it. Since government architecture, because 4 years. So every government comes, he wants to win an election. So all that you do is short-term thing for say in the short term, 2 years. So after 2 years, they will start doing political things. That political things, it has no grounds. It cannot stand on its leg. come mo be contract say onko si political party wa ba no onko ye road or ye contractor so na or ye road what I say your contractor o to gutter or your contract
governance architect.
yes, because sometimes you know it becomes so emotional. So we have going forward, no, unless we have a serious paradigm shift and look at the governance structure. Okay, see, people go to parliament because of the ministers. That's the mindset of certain people.
Or he could be dear Kumia. Or since I see you, maybe I'm a baton called your gumbo. Oh, but the mindset of the Kumia and yet to develop the area.
Nasa Hindi is a band say a Hindi and Akunyano, Sikani, Bibian, may Babe, Trakuano, Medidi, Akuyan,
So,
we need to be able to be a woman.
Debbie, since I say, na good near you.
Hey, me quite sort of Pentecost. Me Babu Mukakra, Pentecost, you took collection 6 million, and I'm a quatermedia. Let's can about Menquamo. And will be sorry.
So the mindset. So where we are now, I don't know, dialogue or national dialogue or what you call it, national reconciliation. I don't know, but the important thing. What's it? Now, maybe. The last issue I know, what's about mommy?
Yeah.
You see, mindset. That is the important thing. Until we change our mindset and then attitude. If these two things remain constant.
Then my question will be, how are we inculcating this new mindset? Because
that is why. No, that is why I'm saying. That is why.
I was on front line advocacy. I was someone
but say Mofrano or more urbano. Say your mom's orientation.
So we should go back and make an educational structure. We should go back. Now you have classrooms with 1,000 students. How can they study? We call it go lecture room. I am to the extent because to say my if you were spending a long time in basic and tertiary education, we say by the time we do no, in there almost mature
for employment in the kept away. We school. And like a crabby nabefi, it's available work now. As soon as the channel every year. I was saying it's paying.
That's right.
Because you knew what you must say. Now you keep I was school more
mature.
No, we are mature. Now, Umbebano, now few employment vacancies, you know. Ababe occupy. Now, Umuma cano. A big pension, never be shame. At the end, sir. By the time you have full scale economic development, you know, I be factories, you know. Now, in mana bro, woman won't buy one tenner so. Let's just say, we be already job, our job market.
Important.
Okay, Adom 106.3 FM. Say, Yenfa sa topic entry ho answer. The topic da hobium the national economic dialogue. Yenina ye hu fibe nansane ene chairman ma mensha sim free ho ene botaya a Thai economic dialogue no actually and here say humpo here say be economic dialogue and in ya share nimu I mean the results that we want to have from economic dialogue.
Won't say political culture I mean it is divide ourselves and rule. Your MPP, ND, so the party in there. So what's happening is that if one particular party is in power, say NDC, MPP for no, befa kunyana matnase. Na ma NDC. Moye musumbetumaye. Moye. The Obampa say you have to fail so that you have the opportunity to come back. That is why we are not developing. So now what you are saying is that let us all come together and charter a course. All of us will buy into it. Very important. Everybody, MPP, NDC, DK, whatever it is, we all buy into it. This is there. From the next 2 years, we are going to ban the importation of rice. ODK buys into it. Oh, you also buy into it. I buy into it. I buy policy for the country. Oh, and you say, because oh, then on this before Bebani the importation of rice. No, people for getting the penny because on person policy no effective and the opposition about. And then we go back to importing rice, $600 million a year, which we can use that money to build a railway. It is only in Ghana. Look, there's a railway, right, from where? From Johannesburg to Cairo. Me know what you mean. Johannesburg to Cairo. Johannesburg way. A more railway line from there all the way to Cairo.
To the top.
Tanzania. A more from Mombasa all the way to Kenya. Nigeria Nancy Omoye be from Lagos all the way to Kaduna. And we are sitting in Ghana. Accra ne Kumasi po yenibi. And you see all our roads and cars. Why this kind of systems must be a priority of the country. Which I say for 68 years we have never been able to construct a railway line from Accra to northern region. Christ. Can you be here? Be no railway no. Apple. See railway river bridge no. Far Apple all the way.
Hundreds of kilometers.
We have not been able to do it. Accra Kumasi, Accra Sekendi, Accra Takra, Accra so. We haven't done it. So this is the essence of the dialogue. It's about time we all have a consensus so that maybe 2 or 3 thematic areas said this year, this is what we are going to do to improve our country, our infrastructure.
But Obi Subeka said for a political party with a clear plan, with a manifesto, a dialogue be whom say.
No, that's what I'm saying. That you have to have a buy-in. We have a manifesto.
Yes.
And what we are saying that with this our manifesto, this is what we want to do. But knowledge does not exist in the mind of one person. Let's come on board. And yes, I went to most of the session. No more and yeah, baby, we have seen them all. And I appreciate the fact that this time round, if Ampala, we are going to really sit down as a nation, as a people, and at least take 2 or 3 of them and implement it, especially the agricultural sector. Agriculture, uko villager, mami na nimba no mo webi asom 0.5 acres. Omo ndua tomatoes, omo wia na omo de akwesi ekwan ho. So car be a choma, na car na engine na wanta. The next day tomatoes na pro. So why don't you harness all these people and see how best you can put up a processing factory there, so that when they buy this, there's a guaranteed price for them to go straight to the factory, sell, and then what? Produce so we stop even tomato paste importing them.
Yeah.
It is very important. Palm oil. Uko eastern regions, central region. Who say amamifwe? Omo shishe cottage kitten na smoky no mo ya palm oil.
Yeah.
Omo wia no mo de besi kwa ho. You don't have anybody going to buy them in millions. See? Until that small one is
no target market.
You've been going to Kumasi or the can check Kumasi no if you know buy. I quite no more. I'm watching palm oil or gallons in baby. For how long will somebody stop and buy this palm oil? But palm oil, no, it has got so many derivatives. Never pay or to me the. So why don't you go to that enclave and mechanization? So we grow palm oil, we bring them on board. Yes, and then they will grow. We are a factory. I export it. That's what is being done in China. All those things.
The last time I'm saying me call Chifu Himai, Chifu Praso.
Yes.
And me drive it far, maybe a oil palm plantation. And I was asking myself, look at this vast plantation.
We are doing nothing with it. And we import oil from China, palm oil from China. We come back and see here. If you China now, but also mudi indro egumu we are some of the cake and ne kunya suka because they want to eliminate us. So this is the essence of the dialogue.
I see.
What I say, this is the essence of the dialogue. Let us buy in and just think about 2-3 thematic areas and say we are going to invest into these areas. And you see the change. Another government comes, he also continues. Another government comes, he continues. So for 10 years, if we decide to do that, Ghana will change. Look at Dubai. Dubai 20 years ago was a desert. It was a desert. Now, people get up and they travel to Dubai. They made a conscious, the leaders made a conscious, we are going to turn Dubai into the financial hub of Middle East. Oh, the dialogue is important. The important thing is that all the decisions that you arrive at, we must make a conscious effort to actualize it.
Yeah.
That is, we must implement it.
Okay.
Otherwise, it will be like everyday tea and coffee. No.
Okay.
All
right. But that's it.
In Sono, Tanzania, we say, a half flooding.
Chairman.
Say Sono and life must go on.
But that's it. Chairman Emeritus Adiko Kanyete Nkano. Offer National Economic Dialogue.
I beg to differ with my friend. The time in Abia say, and this moment first to Ghana for say, this is the social contract between Samoto Abamaya. And my promises be brave, including 24-hour economy and Kukonketenketene, what have you. At Ghana for Reanimu say, Sajidi Yamamono, you are coming to implement those policies, Now say, indeed, after implementation, a better transform this country, and when you implement a crown, most of them dialogue. Now you to and what is the guarantee? Now, more the manifesto promises and beton chain. Maybe now the recommendations that will come out of the economic dialogue, and I'm the which is which. We are torn in a confused.
In no my crawl dialogue no. In no my manifesto no more. In the crawl dialogue.
And so why the dialogue?
We said we want Ghanaians to buy into it.
Why?
Because we have a situation in this country. Pull him down.
Mama can't say so. I can't say no preaching. Feed yourself. He got the buy-in of Ghanaians.
Yes.
Why not dialogue? We are because Ghana for who say a practicable. Backyard garden was you fear the garden, your garden war, maybe you have flowers. Now, flower never bought Kabaka garden boy, no wine. As I say, I will fed your tomatoes in a D. Don't go out of secondary school. Sad time. Omuye school farm. At the feed school, no. As I know, beef at troll letter bread champion say. At the other school, you dear, your dear may be a can't become a school for. Don't go on offering, it's on record. It is a per se national dialogue. And your party had the manifesto about power. You can't do it. The reason being that your national deliberate policies. It can do mama. I come 24-hour economy in Yaduma. Na yakwe ni muntia ni ye. Yenya constitutional review. Na in the review, ni mfanshem say every na ko ye ba be national policy for the whole nation. Then the National Planning Commission mumela ni yenya dialogue. Na Ghana ni bia mfa na adwenemra on education, on health. Adwene bia wo trimu.
Well, for me ntwa no me kaisa in I think 2014. Abrana Dr. Nimoy Thompson. No, head the National Development Planning Committee. There was a document. Black Star Rising. Yeah, now I think it goes up to 2050. Development plan. That document. And I was just taking time to just read bits and pieces of it. And I said, so what happened to this?
Because of partisanship. Meba. What say about from Perseverance how? Now, and this NPP manufacturing. Abro, ayo mo de. Because women are domestic colonizers. Ano mo yɛ mama omo paymasters omo yɛ abrofo no. It is said the akwa ni say.
I like the word.
Thank you. Say the akwa ni say. Omo person mo divide o man mu mienu. Na abrofo nya kwan besesa nyama ye wo no. Example time now gold Ghana 45%. And now you see democracy ye nya 10% kra. Eche say we are losing everything that we had through multi-party democracy. Near Ghana was and then you obium. Near Black Star Line, any obium, 600 factories, any obium. Say, Abrofru Bessie Lusu Bibiana, ye over dependent on them, so that they can dictate to us as to what they want to have our minerals for. It is there can say, Yara Mama, I can tell you, said your question, Emfa Bibia Mwao. The reason being that NDC cry Ekaso Mosa when in next election. Wu Kofi and the next president Obanoka say wo kra won hye ron fa nya adwuma bibia no a binding but say quiet constitutional review na nya gitum say o man ni hye ende enye ye nyina ya sede eti yemfa the planning of the nation and call the entrenched clause na National Planning Commission ye entrench o madwuma no so that ababia ba o timi fa de foforo ma me yese we na me manifesto na me beto dada na twene na me yi o man plan in every ho now every president will come and implement the national planning ekobasa de benya consistency e no bia nsa gunachi ye achi wunwa ya untimi fa de foforo bia ma edika 50-year development plan ya working
yes
eka do mama ba 4 years oba be edu betima yum no okọ odike ba ma beto aso et 50 years ne mra no na de wo mu nyina ya achieve et will be any manifesto be on the better Ghana for. So by manifesto, you go into the plan. What you can say, sir, Kumasi Accra Road, no, may a woman say, I'll see a no in 10 years' time. What you can say, sir, there, Mama, before years, I met my 70 kilometers. Where's me 40, where's me 30 Ghana for and there's a 70 or the uncle for 70 and quantum. It would do 70 now. The baby Robert 70 no, I call 140. The baby be a 140, I call 210. Next say a crown year within 10 years. Obia no make me departed from it. Tomato, you see a jackra. You roll out programs here, dear tomato, and what do man? What baby be a Robert Dwaso? You see, you constitute a new national airline. You the 10 has started. Afibia was sitting. It is CEO's name. MMDC is near the Twaba. Any you. It was my year president in Wordman. Or yet, man, the community. Parliament, Kwamimenya, and can call the party.
Of an hour is going to take us maybe the next 10 to 20 years.
Yeah, that's what. Hey, Opa, China for to keep board decision. Yeah, I want to know. Because maybe I did communism matter and I say I call. You ain't for maybe a credit ball. I don't trans said ye George Oyana. Kadamana Krakoso to Zafrena. Walk of what's your national dialogue? National dialogue now, me minimum
over invite you.
What do you mean?
Union government.
Oh, Nebiano Queno Sincha, Uncle Siagaro, Ebiano Asai, who, because who could a manifesto on the right and you want Ghanaians to give you advice on the left? Possible. Because one can say within 120 days, but how to go about it in the ground? It should be part of the constitutional review. Say already the national agenda never yet. Ya entrench no. The policies are for framers be frame and one year on education. What do you say me education say? And me we say no. We implement it. We have our blueprint for our development. It will present we implementer. You are only coming to preside over the implementation of what is there. Now the manifesto about say what's have a dialogue. And no, how do we reconcile the two? I don't understand. And Okokan will be because we can't quatrana the drama. No, let's call the spade when you make my mistake. If you go here, if you ever made a men come out, they would go ahead and implement your 24-hour economy. Go ahead and implement your command kitty. The all cannot say yet they are. Let us go to then tackle the constitutional review. Baby, a man your four a crime moment manifesto ne bedi o minus one. Yes, system because we need consistency in our development. The National Planning Commission obi a wo susue bia fa koma wo mo education, health, road, whatever. No more formulate policies for the nation. It will be a 20-year development planner. A baby, ya achieve with the document in the year. Yet me had full be a beam. Ya achieve, then we call for another dialogue. No, be another one. Yes, I formulate another 20 years. We are near some formulate another 20 years. What's your consistency? School Bianca Wum. Ye nim blame game bia. Ye nim so any way. Or man, yena the buy in. And no boss, a crack was school man. When you say in the next 10 years, me village army plan is say.
You be see where you see. You be see where you see. Thank you. You be where you are. Perfect. A crime about bedaha. It's a yama ground when you're worried. Because I want to say, plan on any edition, a bedroom so. As a politician, me go say, eh, me ba mo kwa nyo, me kwa nkra me ba be. No akwa kwajebosia. No they acquire misplaced me omunya. But it should be in arrangements and orderly with the consistency of our budget allocations. When you are making yes, our budget within our means. And will be the strength attached to IMF conditions and what have you. So they make an idea at beginning everywhere because your budget, say, you rose 20 kilometers asphalt, the whole Ghana. 20 kilometers in a budget. Oh, president, Ramia, sir, 20 kilometers now. Yes, no. Abem. Yes, say, your basic schools 100 within the next 4 years. Over 100, no more by now. No, before Fraba, no, it was say, by and large, Singapore, you're planning. Okay.
And if you fail to plan, whatever you plan will fail.
You plan to fail.
And say, you're planning to fail because we have left plan first. Yem plan or mine. Where our bekan me do mama e madam for. But I disagree with him. In all sincerity, say so person or Obama Ghana develop wa. Yenya constitutional review. Na yen trench the development of the nation in the constitution. Avoba want to be for open head of PBR. Yenya and benya the buy in of the people because over document now we say the next 20 years Hana Ghana anywhere. Say railway are working. You see the next 20 years I will say it mean railway line a free Accra be Kumasi. Express train over 100-kilometer rail line. Or the cable also 100-kilometer rail line. In the 5 years I'm not rail line they do Kumasi. You know we see the next thing say you purchase rail you can say trains. The government they do so say purchase train no purchase you dey see that there no so. Have your dream not come true. Wey you say any say ni na you planning by one person be planning kru no. O mbe so mo de omo epe de omo feel
offers for mama.
Me be see from no. So na ade bia your constitution no full of discretionaries. And ben you follow mo dey so constitution e ja o mana mo say o mo fanya de omo pe. Ba just say no say they are working for Ghanaians. I tell Moka. Now, one now, yeah, or the permanent Yadumama, woman job description.
Okay.
Eti o man no o man me bold ghost
of me da say of Kwesi Day Odike ene ete ne nka no chairman for Ghanaians are almost 8 years na pay and the recommendations are a free dialogue imu aba at least yakuma beto ye yem say recommendations no ye de ye adwuma maintain the next year, in the next 2 years under this administration, no, we are seeing some stability within our finances.
I feel dialogue no. The recommendations now, I totally agree with him. If you have done that, it is not that this should have been done today. It should have been done long ago. Because development is a continuum. Yeah. It's a continuum. That is what an American. Somehow can the same American railway. A shall say railway best 10-15 years ago. But now but politics are here, you know. That is what is causing this problem. Into Biaba, share 200 schools are ACC. I buy no. I say it's Rome, the abandon. Neso, I'm for a scarce of Musisi secondary schools. Or baby are congested. Na baby at schools in one more baby anko. Come here 1 agenda 111. Here baby it's our I agree with him perfectly well. That is why this particular area it is behoves unto them okay if the government is minded constitutional review. Yes. Entrenched position and national. Every country must have a national development policy. Yeah. Every country. Because just take about 4 thematic areas. Now for the next 10 years, these 4 things, this is the only thing we are going to do to develop the country. And as I went back to tell you about Dubai. Yeah. Dubai started and they said that within 20 years, they will have to position the country into another dimension, and they've been able to do it. Tourism, financial, yeah. Well, so everything must be deliberately agreed upon, and the people must buy in. That is why the buy-in is very essential. If the buy-in does not come, you have MPP boycotting this. So, how can we live in a country like that? We cannot live in a country like that. Oh, so. The dialogue has given us some ideas. Government must buy into, and I agree with Odike. It must be entrenched. We must find ways and means of if you need to have a referendum, the Ghanaians to entrench so that anybody who comes after will have to abide by the Bible of the country. Yeah. The country. It's very, very important. It's very, very important.
Chairman, but as we wrap up this conversation, Ochina ye Independence Day. Most of the time in Betnaha and Komaya training is directed at Abain, you say. And I pay na me can't be on my show. Say, as citizens, what is our contribution to the development of our nation? Because Adreno, the BIA sorry, the next few minutes, about 10 minutes are a day. What can we, the citizens, do?
First and foremost, the mindset. First and foremost, why do you have to wake up from your house? Why do you have to? Why do you have to wake up in the morning? Why do you wake up in the morning and then go and put your rubbish in a gutter? Why your rubbish away? Now also at the panel gutter now will shame him. The mindset. I don't want to even talk about patriotism. No. Just let's take these 2 words. What we can do to help this country is to change our attitude and change our mindset. Oh, Kwame Nkrumah at the time, do you know what he did? A friend said, BB education. What your program be?
Civic education.
Civic education.
Yeah.
What I say, everybody is taught how to be responsible in a small corner. In the power so in a one prayer, thank us. Once a thank us in here about fear, or to be a clean in neighborhood. Fine. Sisi a unam akra obola no ajibibia. So the only thing we can do for our country is that we must change our mindset. We must change our attitude. Once we've done that, then we will then be able to hold government or people we put in power accountable. What I say?
Yeah.
Then you have the moral turpitude to hold them accountable. But if you haven't changed your mindset, how are you going to be where they or how are you? We can say Ghana need there. Yeah. State House is here. Who's there? Who called State House? Who's there? Were 2 buildings. There will be a parliament. There were no. There were banquet hall. No. CJ, Fauna. The place is rotten. And this is in the heart of governance. That place, do you remember the last time you saw her? Yeah, Bibi Abeko Kempinski. Yes, Abeko Marriott.
Because it's not in the constitution.
And state banquet to state it's been abandoned. And yesterday when I passed there, outside, I shall say air rusty. That is air rusty.
Very sad.
So you can imagine that culture of even taking care of state assets. No, Ayira. You don't know who is responsible for it. Because over the years, no, we have put square pegs
in round
holes over the years. You see SOEs, no, there, Go and see the
Their budget.
No, the people who were put there to manage. Let's go to Gihok. I was the board chairman of Gihok. And look at how we revamped Gihok. Tama ye no, ye profit. Kofi Juma, ye no kasha hono. O cancel any private property.
Because any consistency to run it.
It's so now Gihok is in distress.
Yeah, the last time I checked, SOEs are almost running.
Gihok is in distress, and I was board chairman for Gihok. And Gihok was making profit. I even was exporting drinks to Nigeria and South Africa and all those things. Now Gihok is in distress.
Okay.
So this is the problem. When we use every state institution as a political kokofu footballer, that is where we get ourselves to.
Okay.
That is where we are.
Chairman Emeritus Ade Koka. Papa. I'm happy we've had this conversation this morning, especially the day before our Independence Day celebration. Wafa?
I don't understand maybe a friend mindset and attitude. Because we are one winning mindset, winning attitude. What I say? Open toy and we pick. So the Ghana, you're right, and our obligations as citizens, you know, you clear define a way home. Now, me mum de bisusu say if in 1992 bano and a Ghana suffer all this economic and social disorder. No, once Ghana a ethnocentric country, it will need a system of governance. We are an ethnocentric country, but Enkreni, Asantini, Fantini, Esremini, yetimi atena sumdwem. In our diversity, no, we are strong, we are united. It is a constitution, a bit deep in, a bit cemented, sir, your coexistence, no. And I will phone say, some go for a comma in Bomo, or make me D. It young ended the Momo, the model of governance, a bit polarized. Maybe that be if you be never, maybe I'm a phone the genesis of our. Now, polarize more. I'm moment to make come out in mum. I'm friend for poor minor. It is a sad idea. Young create a constitution, a bemoma selfish. Our constitution is a and mau be selfish in the country.
Terrible. Very, very terrible.
Everybody
Terrible.
Selfish. Say sano na say unua don mahama so be Ghana year. Now frame mu bi so dike men ko constitutional review hokra. Wo da brame antena se. Say na wo hu na me ka kire no na say obe onum be kan ma ye nyina be kan ho a. Because the air ye nyina ye hu we are aware. But aka say nipa bi aka say no metietie tell the Ratamis was there has been widespread agitation for constitutional review. Papa no me penasem bruta atamis. Or no you true Ghanaian. Was it there has been a widespread agitation for constitutional review and was set to be unfanad. Now constitution and we are being guided by our constitution and other steps and the creative mindset. If the constitution is promulgated on the premises of selfishness, massa will be a selfish. We are governance as architecture. Selfishness and the easiest way between any president I find so could do being concerned. Ubet matter redo so aka asema ebetia obi opponent ene saa ne ma no ama sese no obi adwene ekwan a obefa so a one ne nucleus family no bedi against others and the interest of the nation no ye ja to and ye propagating individual interest, but the national interest must override any other interest. Say you are hey, obey dialogue, obey your you come back to square one. Guarantee Benado Mama was said dialogue we crowd day so implement here. They obey dinner the there's no guarantee. Just a constitution ebema is a guarantee, no.
Okay.
It is the can say attitudinal change, mindset to a constitutional review. Say a year we are maybe see within 1 year, Ghana new Fadian to form. Because we are going to create a bottom-up approach system of governance. To me, no, any never form for no. Now, when we get the power, then we can hold our laborers, that the leaders, no, accountable. It is in the Constitution. Article 1 was say the sovereignty of the nation resides in the people.
Yeah.
But here, Constitution now done at the sovereignty now the governance architecture. And when
okay,
we must go back and check the Constitution. All
right. Now, Fakwesi Ade Odike, a founder and leader, union government of Ebejwani is also and chairman emeritus. Chairman Adekuka, a former Greater Accra Regional Chairman of the NDC. This morning, I have personally enjoyed our conversation with Mabeja Fui as a papa. Na ya sorry sui, nyame ya dumwa na watchi ye ne aduana busia ewo begro na ejam. Esan say Bible say wo ma omura ho no ye ne omo embum eni awre ho no. Nti aduana busia ewo begro ena eka bom na fe yape owura Frederick Akwesi Ofori yape ne krabre di adodo no a enim se de frɛ no eye evem enti nyame ya adoma efiada obenim kyerɛ ma achibosome de toso enson no ye de ne beto empem ewo house number B/20 Begro Christom ya eben osofo more Presbyterian Church ehwa ene ye de no ebetum empem na memenda so ne ayawufu som de amano ewo Begro Presby School Park no so hwa anapa no nkono na nikwasi ada so no yaye anase som no memenda no akafra memenda no yakope no krabre ewo Presbyterian Cemetery ewo Achem Begro kwasi ada na yaye aseda som de amano but memenda no ne ba betenase ewo Begro Presby School Park no so hwa na kwasi ada ya eye March 9th no yaye ewufu som de amano ewo Reverend Moore Presbyterian Church anapa no nkono pepepe kwasi ada no so ye wia ye betenase ewo ohene seso ewo Achem Begro chane so se memenda no eye atade tuntum na kwasi ada no so ya hye fitanti ye to nsafre adofo ne agyamfo nyina se momra na momfa odo embebodom na aduana abusia enkura ne dehye owura Frederick Kwesi Ofori achi kura right well yeah asa me tisa pampan bia ba ha me bisa se
hwehwe abekati konto na ate de sa
me te prekese
wom prekese wom abekati konto
afede fufu mu di kwan adwuma mu
afi pabonsa no se me chose ekofu ya wie
enti aben
aben ya de bia ba na we kwasi ya de fufu abada we no se ma ya adwuma wachire hɔ a nti sije nti we de aje modru kama bibia bi wo sije so me serve wo no me serve no afi pabani so ai
yanti mo di fufu ya chesi me
ya de abase me ka chose ekofu fufu na ba fufu na ye ready ya watadi fufu fitani
mi bro na atade
fita emu ya pa emu ya
aisha be twa me obra mi die
bibia social media wa ha on ba ye adwuma ni nyina bibia bi wom ye abekakra enkate kakra na kontomre kakra afi pabonsa no mo adenta prekese na demu no wo say ye wo tilapia ye wo tilapia wo empata ben kan sa tilapia obi be ka say fresh we ye empata na ye wo akokɔ
mama me mompaye
sije bompaye
papa wa na wo se yeto de eden ya yenton sanfrɛ we de fufuo ti awoma na emremre enti we de bibia din bia ne ho de jama me na me hwɛ ho asɛm nka ne mu ko sia de eden a paton sanfrɛ
I don't know sije hwenkwan
fufuo no so ayemre
kama Afripa body na na de asɛm omo wa denta event bia wo ye bia to sa Afripa ba obeba
enkwan no mu ye o
emu ye shana woni mu kwan ye de wasase so na wochi ye atwa mu ne na wochi me pacho mu nyina you are all invited CJ ya hwe na ehia wai chane kakran
Matthew for we dem say ma bɛhwɛ na ma ye hu adwuma wa ha
fufu party tim
abna only Afripa ba ndwetwe nkom
na ba empata no emu ye Afripa de na mo ye
Afripa oba Afripa dia bibia local bia ubenya wa Afripa said the din is it's an African pub.
Okay.
The pub ye aduane ne nsa. Into eduru aduane a to say the CJDB. So hu. Ye lunch services also ye lunch packs. Into be a lunch pack e be a we say me kondo fufuo ibi. Ti mo fa mbra me we adwumem.
Okay.
To order ne ntema na etumi aba on time.
Ayo.
Ye local bar. Yeah, bibia local. See local about ye fro wo ye bibia ye gathering bia na so open nice one. Even Ghana month me who offices here bar no others ni bia ba ba mo nya ne ntem. Mo fa mo de ne brantem na che say yanka say oh ye bia ye booked. Yeah local bar no so.
Na Afripa number ben ye free because na wo twetwa mu da no me say katenkwan bia me bo wo ha me di katenkwan me di rere abenkwan na waya be katekonto say ye pe mo number be da free san say de ye
number no hu hia
number no hu hia
number tia wa pe 0208 606013 Mrs. Biom 0208
okay
60 13
ayo
number
eno ano no Afripa e wa denta wo frɛ na mo ye lunch so sɛ wo adwumam na bia nipa be yesedu bi pɛ sɛ ebrɛ mo lunch ade nyina Afripa be ye bo mo dia frɛ ti ni we ye to sa frɛ ho nyabo ɔkyerɛ wo ba de ohia ye wasanka fa sanka de bra sije ekoye
me say
ekoye mama we de ekoye mama
ekoye papa Afripa ɔkyerɛ me ne mo
ayo
ande si abna pampa mu
ɔsɛ na ayo wani
aya no bedidi aya na sije me sije yakra wai
ɔkyerɛ na so ɛyɛ fufu party fufu party
team fa wai wan bra yensia ko de street heya me da CJ
yeah Adom 106.3 FM enti ɔkyerɛ na me Adom Adom TV fufu party ba so alapa no nsia pepe na fufu ni bi ho aben enti me ɔkyerɛ by no miensa na me wa ha ahamache no miensa na me wa ha yes so greetings to Mr. Wazi me am Mr. Wazi am mentonka yeah esa me ba shop na be line bi ni ade Mr. Wazi ye chia pa wo ye CEO MW Homes and BVA Properties. Mr. Wazi, Nyakopon Asia, we are real estate developers, design, construction, renovations, moton, Japadia Hodo, my location no our Tema Community 25. Mr. Wazi, big ups to you. Tomorrow is Independence Day.